Up and away, and Wallace works the leadoff walk.
Everything was consistent. Everything remained the same. She was really just challenging herself.
Big cut, throw down to second. Did not get Wallace. Wallace now 28 of 29 on the base paths. Here's Reagan Walsh. That ball gets behind Edenfield, and the go-ahead run is 60 feet away now from the plate. Walsh elevates this out to right field. Waycaser on the run, secures out number 2. But the Gators will strike first here at the Seminoles softball complex. Last 8 games, Kaylee Mudge has been impressive as well. And after Flaherty works the leadoff walk.
Let me just relieve some of that pressure. Get you going.
Lays down a bunt. It was a beauty. Does her job and nearly was safe at first as well. Harding turns on it. On the ground to third. Flaherty hung up between second and third. Harding makes her way to second as Flaherty is tagged out. Gators get the lead runner. But the rundown does allow Harding to make her way into scoring position. Everybody wants the call. Only one's going to get it. And Leonard's going to record a single into right. Coming home is Harding. She will score. Throw back to second. Will retire Leonard. One of a few players from California on the Gators roster. There's strikeout number 1 for McKenna Reed. Strikeout number 2 for Reed. Comfortable, confident, and enjoying herself, even though I don't think she enjoyed that AB right there. Nice job by Hightower. And it's inside.
Hitting how she wants to for the team, but she's still been able to be consistent and make things happen just like that.
Put that ball in play, and it was bobbled and dropped by Hightower. Katie Dack, the transfer from Texas A&M, jumps on the first one. She sees, and it is foul. It's a very loud strike to Katie Dack, who straightened it out, hit it hard, a mile high in the air and off the top of the wall. Florida State's going to score the go-ahead run. A couple of quality swings from Katie Dack puts the Noles out front 2-1. So to recap, in 2 swings, she was inches away from a home run in 2 different respects.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, inches away, one from being fair, and the other one from really bouncing over the wall.
On the ground, back to Hightower. Force is at the plate, and Waycaser is hung up between third and home. The rundown does allow Muffley to advance into scoring position.
Still in the same position at second and third.
Flaherty on the first pitch she sees, lines it to center field, and that'll put an end to the second. Hitter role in some cases, in some places, has changed. It's somebody who you trust at the bottom of the order, and that throw by Reed gets away at first. And that is a testament to the speed of Falby, elite speed at the top and the bottom of the order for Florida and Wallace. And stole a base, advanced on a wild pitch, and scored on a sac fly. This time retired.
Is in kind of going to challenge to see if they can hold that run, but her job is to do exactly what she just did, lift something deep into the outfield, really think under the ball, drive something so her teammate Falby can walk into home, and she did just that, actually.
Elevated out to right field. Walsh put a charge into it, and Florida takes the lead right back. Hitless no more. The middle infielder puts the Gators on top 3-2.
Really not a bad pitch right there by McKenna Reed. Just up in the zone is probably the one biggest thing. Maybe a little too close for her being ahead in the count, and Walsh just does a great job, lets that ball get a little bit deep since it was on the outside corner, and was able to get through it, extend through it, and drive it over.
But she's rung up for the strikeout there. McKenna Reed does, in fact, get her third. Good softball down there in Lubbock.
Yeah, and I was just thinking, ironically, it would be.
Instrumental in building the program to national championship caliber. And Florida State, that is usually so good on the base paths, a couple of rundowns, and now Harding's picked off.
Not usually what you see from the Florida State Seminoles. Very smart base runners, aggressive.
This one golfed out to left center field. That'll get off the wall. Runners in scoring position, courtesy of the double by Kerr. Scoring position. This one hit hard to center, but on a line and into the glove of Avery Gels. An early strikeout for Ali Dubois.
At Joanne Graff Field, I mean, one of the toughest places to play. As you hear the crowd roar right there after that big strikeout.
Indeed, she does. Third K of the inning, fourth in a row for the Noles pitchers. Hallie Waycaster tore hers about 4 games into the COVID-shortened campaign. Janai Kerr did as well. That ball bobbled out in right after dropping into the grass. Waycaster does her job and makes her way aboard.
My moment, refocus, and step in the box, get ready. Tying run, maybe go ahead run. You know, how can you refocus, calm down, kind of stay in that moment, and be ready to make that big play.
2-0 to Muffley, and that will drop. Florida State will look to score the go-ahead run. They will, and Muffley is in scoring position, but got tripped up and does get back to the bag in time. 2 ribbies for the shortstop, and the Noles lead 4-3.
Yeah, just kind of highlighting again right there. Muffley really looking in, does a great job, keeps her hands inside that ball, able to turn on that inside pitch from high tower and keep that ball fair, and does a great job scoring her teammates.
Last 8 games, both batting nearly 400. The previous 8, each around 80 points lower. And so while the numbers were solid to begin with.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a team at bat right there.
Flip to the plate, doesn't get her. 5-3 Noles. Hit hard, back to Wallace, and Wallace makes another quality play here in the 9th spot of the order for Florida, and it was that speed that caused the chaos. Harding goes to first and pulls Bethany Keene, the new first baseman, off the bat. It's driving another one here to make it a run game. This one lifted a mile high in the air, out into no man's land, there to make the play. Kaylee Mudge ranges in to put an end to the top half of the 5th. Arkansas, knocking off Arkansas twice, setting records in attendance, and Janai Kerr will be stationed at first. Charlotte Eccles couldn't glove the ground ball. The pomp and circumstance, and then the pin drop quiet that occurs, but Edenfield did ground into the 6-4-3 double play. Delayed call at first. 14 Gators national championship team. Keeps a picture of that team with her to remember them. Emily Wilkie swinging on the first pitch. Nice job by Wilkie, dropping that one in left. Just the 2nd hit. And that loop is snared by Bethany Keene. As it stands, Florida needs a couple of runs, and that's all Trilicek wants them to need going into the top of the 7th. Nice job by the Florida outfield, holding Mudge to a single off the gapper. Prospective softball players here in the Southeast especially. Pop up off the bat of Harding. That'll put an end to the Noles' efforts here in the 6th.
By any means necessary.
Well hit ball out to the right center gap. Longley kicks off Florida's offensive efforts here in the 7th with a leadoff double. Down she goes. Big response from Catherine Sandercock. Down she goes. Massive strikeout for Sandercock. Like she does right here. Turns on that one, off to first. It is all Keene, and it is all Noles. Kat Sandercock slams the door shut, and Florida State's winning streak over their rival Florida extends to 4. It's tied for the longest winning streak against the Gators, and they will look to extend it to a new program high.